What's up, guys? Ninetails here to bring you a 5th gen OU match, which is different for me. OU isn't my tier, you know, but I thought this was a pretty good match. And if you look at the team preview here, neither of us are really going crazy with the OU Pokemon. We both have like 3 OUs, that's it. So it's kind of like a mixed tier. So let's talk about this battle. He's going to lead off with Infernape, and I'm leading off with Swampert, and I haven't seen a mixed Infernape in a very long time. I thought, maybe I don't play enough OU, maybe these things are more common than I thought, but I was back in 4th gen OU that I would see a lot of these, but he goes for that Grass Knot, almost takes me out. Luckily I switched over to a specially defensive Swampert, but still, I was like, oh man. Because, I mean, who wants to stay in on a Pokemon that can hit him with an Earthquake and a Scald for super effective damage? I mean, what the heck? I hope he goes for the Grass Knot again, but he goes for a close combat on my Kingdra switch, and it does so much to Kingdra. I was like, base 95 defense, and you're doing that much with a mixed Infernape? What the heck is this? So anyway, I go into my Tangrowth. I'm trying to bait him into going for a fire move, but he predicts that, well, he predicts something, and goes for a U-turn. And I'm like, okay, I'm good here, alright? Let's see what he's gonna bring in. So he actually brings in, I believe, his Flygon, and it's named Daft Punk after Tony Flygon's intro, which is awesome. I love watching Tony Flygon's intro. It's like the best part of his videos, really. Anyway, what was I talking about? I got distracted. He goes for another U-turn. You know, he's just doing that whole shenanigans with U-turn, and he's going back into Infernape, and so. Okay, so what's gonna happen now? I knock off his Life Orb. I was trying to knock off the obvious Choice Scarf, because obvious Choice Scarf is obvious, you know? And, yeah. I know he's gonna go for the Overheat here, so I switch out into my Aerodactyl, because it does resist it being a rock type, and yeah, good deal there. Now, I predict him to go into his Flygon or his Latios on this turn, so I go for a Dragon Claw here. But it hits his Ferrothorn, and I was like, okay, I have a plan for Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn can really screw up this team. Alright, that's why I have a dedicated counter to Ferrothorn and a few other steel types, but anyway, Magnezone's here. Magnezone is using Magnet Pull, and I have this Ferrothorn trapped. I'm gonna set up a Substitute and a Sunny Day, because I need this Hidden Power Fire to be as powerful as it can be, because I've seen Ferrothorns survive ridiculous Hidden Power Fires. Anyway, hit him with that super effective, and takes out the Ferrothorn. Easy. So, he goes back into Flygon. I can't really hit him very hard. All I have to hit him with is Hidden Power Fire, which he does resist, but I do have a Substitute here, so might as well use it, right? So, I'll let him take out my Substitute with a Earthquake, sorry for my bad grammar, and yeah. He predicts my switch out because I can't stay in anymore, you know? So he predicts my switch back into my... Oh, he was probably predicting that I was going to go into my Tangrowth. But I go into my Ghidorah, which is probably the most common nickname you ever see for Hydreigon. I'm running the Scarfed set that I just found on the OU database. I mean, I haven't really... Like, my Magnezone, I kind of put together myself, but my OUs, I just copied them off something. Anyway, I switch out because I'm at -2, and most Espeons are bulky nowadays. And he predicts that switch and goes for a Substitute, which is alright. And he makes a little bit of a bad play with this Espeon. I could see why he would do this play, kind of, but he goes for a Calm Mind. Now, my theory is that since he didn't see Life Orb, he thought I was like a Focus Sash Aerodactyl, but that's not the case. I'm a Choice Banded Aerodactyl, so I'll be able to take out his Espeon with that super effective crunch choice bandage. It's powerful. Anyway, he sends in his Flygon, and I'm like, I might as well stay in. There's Stealth Rock on the field anyway. I might survive a U-turn, but I don't. But anyway, luckily he does take me out, and I get Switch Initiative here. And I'm gonna go into my Hydreigon, and I believe I just scare him out with my Draco Meteor. I mean, Draco Meteor, now that Ferrothorn's out of the way, can hit everything on his team really hard. Alright, once I got that Ferrothorn taken care of, this match was a lot easier for me. Like, I did still have to use a little bit of my prediction skills with the, you know, scarfs and stuff like that, but, you know, Ferrothorn, if it had somehow, like, if it had like a shed shell and got away from my Magnezone, this would have been a different game. Anyway, he brings in his Flygon after I take out his Cofagrigus. Scares me out, because I can't be taking Dragon Claws. And I'm surprised it even carries Dragon Claw, because usually Scarfers, if they're running Jolly Nature, they run Outrage. For a second I thought it was Banded, but I was like, no, that's gotta be Scarfed. Why would you run a Banded Flygon in OU? Anyway, he sends in his Latios. I knock off his Life Orb, which is alright. I would have rather knocked off the Choice Scarf, but you know, it's whatever. Send in my Swampert. If you get if you get the reference in my nickname, then you are my favorite subscriber. Alright? So anyway, he takes me out with I wasn't expecting to survive, but I thought I'd try it. So I have to go for a Draco Meteor here, and he fires out Flygon first. Now, if you're wondering why he did that, I have a theory. He's probably realized that the only way that he would win is if Flygon was able to take out my Hydreigon and still have a way to switch out and not be locked into Dragon Claw and take out my Magnezone with an Earthquake. So he had to switch into Flygon there, hoping that I would miss my Draco Meteor. That has to be his theory. Like, I'll message him, see what it really was, but that was probably the best play he could have made. So, anyway, I switched out there and foddered out my other Pokemon because I didn't want to risk Draco Meteor not KOing. So, anyway, take him out with the Draco Meteor, and I win there. So, that match probably didn't test my full ability in OU, but it was definitely an interesting match. I really liked it, and I believe that match was against MrPokemon22. Check him out. He doesn't have very many subs, but I think he's worth at least checking out. Maybe you'll like him, so, you know, check out that channel. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I highly suggest that you subscribe to my channel, because then I'll love you forever. So anyway, comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.